bro. She walks in with her boyfriend. I don't know if that's still her boyfriend. It was like a Trini guy with glasses. And I'm looking like, okay, am I seeing things? Nah, this ain't her. And he's talking to me, and I was like, bro, is that Shalon? She's like, oh yeah, she always comes in here. Her and her family, they always are doing rituals.
Her family?
Yes.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Gorgeous! What are you wearing? What's the inspiration for tonight?
Blue Ivy has been all over the place recently. Have you noticed? Jay-Z and Beyoncé have been purposefully promoting her, ensuring that the cameras are always focused on her, dressing her like an adult, and displaying her at important occasions. It all reached its zenith when she was invited to the Met Gala as one of the youngest guests ever. Taraji P, Henson, who has been in this field for decades and witnessed the worst aspects of Hollywood, isn't buying it, even though it appears to be a proud parent moment. She's also making everything public. This is not a charming tale about growing up. Taraji believes Beyoncé is abusing her own daughter in order to take her place.
Is there one piece of art that has changed your life?
I would say my children.
Your children?
Yes.
One more time?
My children.
Oh yeah, the greatest work of art.
Remember, Beyoncé hasn't been to the Met Gala in more than 10 years. And as soon as she makes the decision, she takes her miniature version of herself with her. Blue, who is only 14 years old, is not allowed to attend the event because she is still a juvenile. However, given that Beyoncé and Jay-Z are co-chairs of the event, it appears that Anna Wintour made a special exception for them. You will need to pay $100,000 to attend if your name isn't on the guest list. Thus, in addition to using their influence to secure the pass, the Carters had to open their checkbook and spend a significant amount of money to introduce their heir. There are rumors that Kim K requested a special exception for her daughter North as well. However, Anna essentially stated, but Blue Ivy understood. She did more than simply stroll the red carpet. She was within, really. But despite all the favorable press, it appears that Anna will not be allowing Blue to attend the Met Gala once more. Celebrities are supposedly required to take off their sunglasses when they are on the red carpet. However, Anna Wintour has given her approval, and it is done to fit the theme. Despite being told to take off her spectacles by several individuals, including Julius, Beyoncé's bodyguard, Blue Ivy disregarded it. Jay even went up to her and asked her to remove it since it was detracting from the appearance of both of her parents. Music, however, she assured him that she would do it when she was ready. Her misbehavior made some on the internet wag their mouths. Since everyone is aware that Blue is in charge of the Carter household, it's okay for fans to refer to her as the manager. However, especially after they had to ask for a favor to get her there, Anna isn't going to let that attitude fly in the Met. However, according to Taraji, it doesn't matter if Blue Ivy and Beyoncé receive another invitation to the Met Gala because they have fulfilled their first goal of bringing her there. Beyoncé has never been one to speak much to the public. Instead, she usually prefers to convey her true feelings through Mama Tina or subtle gestures. And for Taraji, you really should look at Beyoncé's and Blue's outfits to get the true meaning.
It's been 10 years.
10 years.
How does it feel being back?
It feels surreal because my daughter's here.
And Blue looks so beautiful.
She looks so beautiful. This is it's incredible to be able to share it with her, and I think she looks so incredible.
She looks so beautiful. I'm like, we could learn some red carpet tips from Blue.
Absolutely.
The way she's posing, I'm like,
she was ready.
She was ready.
She is ready.
Absolutely. So, B, what are you looking forward to most from tonight?
I think it's really just experiencing this through the eyes of Blue and being able to relax. And I think for me, I'm wearing Olivier Rousteing, who is
so good.
Someone that's been so loyal to me, and I've done so many incredible, iconic looks with him. So it's really about representing him.
The Visitor by Creole artist Caroline Duros served as the inspiration for Olivier Rousteing's garment design. Additionally, there is a lot of gloomy symbolism in music. The artwork depicts a gown-clad skeleton ringing a bell outside a door. It is said to serve as a reminder of mortality and the fact that everyone eventually dies, regardless of riches or social standing. Given that Mama Tina is also Creole and from Louisiana, Beyoncé may have just selected this illusion due to their shared ancestry. Beyoncé, however, has always been deliberate about how she presents herself. And when you consider that reference in conjunction with Blue's clothing, it's clear that it wasn't an accident. Blue's dress didn't really fit the theme. Upon closer inspection, it does resemble a wedding gown more than anything else. Additionally, it was more than just father and daughter twining on the carpet, because Jay-Z was dressed in a tux that was strikingly similar to the one he wore on his wedding day. Additionally, Blue was dressed in Balenciaga. I'm sure you all recall how, a few years ago, an advertisement with children clutching teddy bears in bondage gear and books discussing CP drove them to filth on the internet. Again, it's possible that they collaborated with the company since it was readily available, but Beyoncé had previously mentioned her lovely, long-standing friendship with Olivier Rousteing, the designer of her ensemble. Are you implying that he couldn't have done a small favor for Blue as well if they were close enough for him to pull something together for her? Did you notice how frequently she brought up Blue in interviews? She claimed that her daughter was prepared and that she was thrilled to see the Met Gala through Blue's eyes. What are you prepared for? She is just 14. Be aware that there are rumors that Beyoncé may permanently retire following the publication of Act 3, with Blue taking over.
This is Act 3, this is Act 4. Yep, Beyoncé is getting ready because we already know that Beyoncé has Acts 1 through 3, and 3 will be her final installment. But I think that we're watching Act 4, aka Blue Ivy's album. Okay, and I think that's why she's introducing her to things, and she keeps saying Blue is ready. I think she's more ready than we think she is for a lot of things.
I realize this seems strange, but before you all say anything, let me clarify. As if individuals are merely attempting to sabotage their momentous occasion. However, you have to acknowledge that the Carters are starting to follow this trend. So, before it ceases to be a coincidence, how many times can you be accused of doing the same thing? Beyoncé has been battling accusations of witchcraft for some time. She was called out by her former drummer for engaging in extreme witchcraft, and she has also been noted by strangers. For Taraji, this was all carefully thought out, and Blue's attendance at the Met Gala was required to finish the handover.
The fact that people keep saying I'm crazy, hell, the situations I had to deal with and survive are crazy.
Kimberly Thompson says she is tormented from being put under manic sexual spells by Beyoncé.
We're talking about other situations where changing into animals and jumping into other bodies and all kinds of really crazy.
However, you are aware that the Beehive is just as vile as the Swifties, and they will target anyone who speaks poorly of their queen. Even if Taraji is involved. Fans began criticizing Taraji for being a hypocrite when he was out there attempting to expose Beyoncé and accuse celebs of being phony for attending the Jeff Bezos-funded Met. In 2022, she collaborated with Amazon to introduce their AI Alexa. People also noted that she has been acting somewhat shady due to her support for R. Kelly and closeness with Russell Simmons. Given that Beyoncé has a lot to talk about, perhaps she shouldn't be hurling stones at her in that manner. Girl, there are a lot of differing viewpoints on the internet these days. They constantly perform rituals in front of us on TV. Taraji is an expert in her field. Taraji is acting out a scene. Requests that she take her products off of Amazon. However, Taraji is still correct. At just 14 years old, Blue is getting groomed. However, do you guys believe Taraji may have a point?